Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. During this half hour, we'll focus on MPS students going back to school, and we'll start off talking about the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music, the largest nonprofit music school in Wisconsin. They've got some amazing things going on, and here to tell us all about it is Eric Tillich, who serves as the president and CEO of the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music. How are you, Eric?
Doing great. Thanks so much for having me this morning. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Well, I appreciate your time, and I would love for you to tell us more about the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music, your mission, and some of the things that you've got going on right now.
Yeah. We're the largest, as you pointed out, the largest community music school in southeastern Wisconsin. We are purely a community music school. We serve everybody from all ages, from 0 to 93. We actually have a 93-year-old piano student who comes in every week to learn how to play piano. It's his first foray at it, and he loves it. But we really try to serve the entire community through our work, both with private lessons and across the community in our school programming too. So that's really our mission. Our mission is to be accessible to all people in Milwaukee. And quite frankly, I came on board about 5 years ago, and the focus of the conservatory really was not community focus. And my upbringing and where I grew up in Milwaukee really was I really learned about community and how to kind of reach across the entire Milwaukee population. And that was my goal coming into the role as president and CEO, is to make music accessible to all.
I love that, and mainly because we know that music is a part of every known society, past and present. It's common to all human cultures across the globe, and it really can make a difference in the lives of people. So I think it goes without saying that it's pretty special that you want to make sure everyone across the community, no matter what their background, has access to music. And so with your experience, talk about music being a universal language of mankind.
Yeah, the way I describe it is, whether you like to listen to music, whether you want to learn how to play music, whether you just want to enjoy music in a variety of different ways, it's really the power to change people's lives, as I like to say. It really inspires us all. And as you pointed out, it crosses all cultures, all countries, all populations. Everybody can identify with music to a person. So it's really, that's what makes my job and our job at the conservatory so rewarding, is that we're providing inspiration to people through music. And when I tell people this, they kind of are floored. We serve 16,000 kids every week across Milwaukee with music education. And I really do believe from the day that I started that we were put in this position to continue to expand that reach across Milwaukee. And when I started, we served maybe 1,000 kids in Milwaukee. So I made it my mission to make sure that every kid that wants to learn music through the conservatory can do that.
Yeah, and I remember over the years there have been campaigns where they're saying keep music education in our schools, because it really does make a difference. I remember elementary school learning the song Send in the Clowns and all of those classics. And here I am so many years later, I still remember word for word because of just the meaning behind those words, how I learned those, and really for children to have access while in school is very important. So you actually work with a number of Milwaukee public schools in teaching music education as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so about 5 years ago, we approached the Milwaukee public schools about trying to expand music education in their classroom. And I have to applaud Superintendent Posley and the education staff, arts and education staff at MPS, because they saw value in terms of bringing arts into the classroom to Milwaukee Public School children. And one of the things that they're committed to is providing or looking for and providing a full-time music teacher in every classroom across MPS. Now that's a challenge. There's just so many music educators in the world, and they're still trying to do that. But in the interim, we've been able to provide that opportunity for MPS students over the past few years. So as we go into classrooms, we provide curriculum-based, Department of Education approved music education to kids in grade school, middle school, and high school.
Mhm.
And really, and I feel very honored to be put in this position. They put a lot of trust in the conservatory to provide those opportunities for our children in Milwaukee. And one of the things that we've really concentrated on over the past few years is how do we provide, I mean, I know you mentioned Bringing the Clowns as one of the songs, but how does the conservatory provide more of a diversity and equity and inclusion look at our curriculum and the music that we're offering in the classroom so that we span across all cultures and we're seeing a different type of music for all of our children in Milwaukee Public Schools and beyond. I think it's really important that kids are exposed to different types of music and to be able to identify with those type of genres, as they learn in the classroom. So we're really committed. We've gone back and refocused our efforts to look at curriculum and how it needs to be diversified in the classroom.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see like the playlist that you guys
Yeah.
do with the kids, because I remember Mr. Bojangles, Send in the Clowns, and
Yeah.
the doe, a deer, a
Right.
female deer. But I'm sure times have changed tremendously. So,
Yeah.
but with that said, you have a couple of special pilot programs that are getting underway, and I'd love for you to tell us more about what you call Smart Start, because research shows that music education, as we've discussed, is extremely important, but it helps with brain development and education through language development. So I think it's interesting the age group that this particular program focuses on and how it does help them with development.
Yeah. I mean, you hit it right on the head. I mean, music really helps in the development of children from across their lifetime, but particularly in age 0 to 4. So what we did, and we're nicely aligned here. I mean, I know you've done segments on 0 to 3 in Milwaukee in terms of helping kids get on the right foot educationally. I know Greater Milwaukee Foundation, GMC have focused on trying to put their efforts behind those educational resources for our children in that age group. Well, this is a slice of that. We really went to a specific organization in Canada called the Royal Conservatory of Music. They did a longitudinal study on music and the effect of the brain on kids 0 to 4 years old. So we became a partner with that particular organization in Canada. They're very similar to us, although they're a degree granting institution, but they provided the curriculum and the opportunity for us to be the only partner in the United States with this type of music education offering for kids 0 to 4. So the beautiful thing about music in this age is it really helps improve language ability. It helps confidence. It increases empathy among kids. I mean, they learn how to increase their attention span. I mean, there's just a whole litany of things, and you touched on a few of them, on how it impacts kids that age. So we're very proud to be the only organization across the United States to be providing this.
I love that, and I find it fascinating because children with exposure to music on a regular basis, they have a better aptitude for visualizing solutions to multi-step problems. So when you think about the power that music has, when you really break it down and look at statistics and research, everybody has access to music, so they can really take advantage of all that it does for their young children. So wanted to talk about, since you definitely brought up, community and being able to kind of serve those who live across this whole metropolitan area, you have something else that I thought was really special, your music creation station. So this is getting underway really soon. So fill us in, please.
Yeah, that's a mouthful, right? Music creation station. I can't say I take ownership of the name, but I kind of like it. It rhymes. So, but anyway, one of the things that we were thinking about internally was, we always were thinking, how do people come to us? how do people come to our locations? We have 4 locations across Milwaukee, but one of the things we want to do is go out into the community and provide music in the neighborhoods. And one of the brainstorming sessions we had was, hey, why don't we outfit, I know you're going to laugh at this, why don't we outfit a van through all kinds of music opportunities in that van, guitar, vocal. We have some digital music opportunities where kids can create beats on site and go into the neighborhoods and just see if kids will gravitate towards this van where they can go in and experiment with different instruments and different genres. So our faculty have really taken this on, and we've worked with a bunch of community leaders also in music to just kind of branch out. So we have some DJs coming in and providing some mixing opportunities with kids, and it's just a really cool thing. It's the only, like I've said this with the music with Smart Start, but it is honestly the only one in the country that we're doing this. So we've been in Metcalf Park, we've been in Washington Park. We've worked with the Boys and Girls Clubs out at Camp Wickham Mason. We're going to be at Summerfest for the full run. So if you're down at Summerfest, the van is going to be there. Music Creation Station at Summerfest all the days there. So it's just such a cool thing. And we had some really good partners. Aurora stepped up with a sponsorship, the Heil Family Foundation, and then we got a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts too, so which is a really hard thing to do. So we're really excited about this.
I think it's wonderful, and it's absolutely free and open to the public. And if I'm correct, this is going to go through October, and you're going to make your way around to different neighborhoods and different events such as Summerfest, and give people an opportunity to kind of deal with whatever they feel like playing that day, whether it's the drums, the guitar, the keyboard. You're going to have all those things. But I also love how you're incorporating local artists and music teachers in this program as well. So how would one find your schedule of where you're going to be so they can take advantage? We know to look for you at Summerfest, but are you going to be at Washington Park coming up in September?
Yeah, that's a good point. We're going to be back at Washington Parks, I believe September 12th, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a full lineup on our website again, and they can just Google Wisconsin Conservatory Music and hit the link, and you can find all about Music Creation Station on our website too. So the one thing I wanted to point out is that this is a great thing to expose kids to different instruments, but I am a firm believer, I really do believe this. I think there are some diamonds in the rough out there in Milwaukee where kids are going to get inspired to play instruments. They're going to move forward on the pathway of music education. And we're going to see some even more amazing artists come out of Milwaukee based on just exposing kids. And you know this. I mean, you just give kids an opportunity at different things and they'll find where their passion is. And I know there's kids out there. So the
Absolutely.
I mean, you know that. I mean, you see so many community groups that offer so many things to kids, and that's how this works. I was going to point out one other thing, if you don't mind. One of the things is we always say creating these pathways for success. So one of the things the conservatory has done over the past few years is increase our financial aid and scholarship program for kids to study at the conservatory. The reason that we're so good at what we do is our people. Our faculty are amazing. We get the best people who know how to teach music, and that translates to our students. So we really have expanded our financial aid and scholarship opportunity fivefold over the past few years. We're up to over $250,000 that we offer to our kids for just to study here at the conservatory. So
I think that's wonderful. You have lots to be excited about, and who knows, you could have the next Liberace right there under your roof. So
I'm thinking, or I'm thinking the next speech, right?
Oh, absolutely. Or Eric Benet. We could go on.
We could go on and on and on, right?
Yes.
They're all around us. So I'm excited. I think we can find the next person.
Well, I thank you so much for coming by and telling us about all the amazing things happening there. And let us know whenever you have things going on.
I will do that. And I just want to personally thank you for all you do in Milwaukee, lifting up various groups. There's a lot of positive things going on here in this community.
Well, I thank you again. Eric Tillich is the president and CEO of the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music. You can get more information on anything we've discussed right there on their website at wcmusic.org. When we return to Our Issues Milwaukee, we'll catch up with Wendell Willis, Executive Director of the Milwaukee Public Schools Foundation. We'll find out what they've got going on as many MPS kids prepare to head back to school on September 2nd. We'll be right back.